In the vast hall of the Galactic Council, quiet laughter spread as Captain Elena Mayov showed off a plain human spacecraft. Around her, delegates from across the stars wore fancy clothes and stood by their impressive technologies. Next to these, her small ship looked almost too simple. The council members, decked out in advanced outfits, shared doubtful looks and chuckles, but Captain Mayov stood strong, her face calm and serious. They didn't know it yet, but they were about to see something that would completely change their minds about what humans can do. The Galactic Council chamber was huge and impressive, located on a space station circling a neutral planet. This is where leaders from powerful species across the galaxy came to meet. The room was shaped like a big dome, with walls showing moving pictures of far-off worlds and important space news. Above, a clear ceiling showed the stars shining in space, reminding everyone why they were there. On the ground, the latest space technology was on display. There were advanced weapons, smart machines, and glowing shields that were far beyond what Earth could make. In the middle of these amazing technologies, the area for the human group was very simple. They had just one small spacecraft that looked plain compared to everything else. This simple setup showed how little the rest of the galaxy thought of Earth. They saw it as a backward place with outdated technology, but this was about to change. The humans were ready to show that what others saw as a weakness was actually their strength. Captain Elena Marov is a standard officer from Earth Space Command, known for her work in stealth technology. She specializes in controlling light and energy rather than fighting, which makes her a surprising yet fitting choice to lead this important mission. Her team includes top experts like Dr. Lion Shane, the chief engineer who created the special codes that make their stealth technology work. Beside him is Maya Rivera, a scientist who has made big advances in materials that can hide things by changing how they look. These materials are crucial to their project's success. Together, this team represents some of the smartest and most talented people from Earth. Each member is motivated by their own reasons. Lion wants to honor the memory of his mentor, and Maya aims to prove her bold ideas are right. Under Captain Marov's guidance, they all share one goal: to turn doubt into admiration and to show that humans are capable of more than others expect. Today, in front of the galaxy's most important leaders, they are ready to show the progress Earth has made. They want to challenge the universe with what they've achieved. In a dark lab at Earth's most hidden research center, a group of smart scientists and engineers from around the world came together with one big goal: to change spacecraft stealth technology forever. Led by Captain Elena Marov, they started a project that would push the boundaries of what humans could invent and build. The journey to this amazing technology started by chance when a young scientist found that certain materials acted strangely when placed in very strong magnetic fields. These materials could twist light and other energy waves around them, making objects covered in them almost invisible to detection systems. This discovery gave the team the idea to use these materials to hide spacecraft. Using what they learned, the team created a new kind of material that could change its features to hide from not just electromagnetic sensors, but also heat and sound sensors. They named this material Phantom Weave. It was so good at blending in with space around it that it could make the spacecraft seem to vanish completely. Alongside developing new materials, the engineers also built a special device called the Aura Shield to work with the Phantom Weave. This device created a gentle energy field around the spacecraft. It slightly changed the space around the ship, making it harder for radars and other sensors to detect it. The Aura Shield needed to be very precise and efficient. It was made to use as little energy as possible so the spacecraft could stay hidden for a long time without using up all its power. Together, the Phantom Weave and the Aura Shield worked perfectly to keep the spacecraft hidden from all sides. However, creating these technologies was not easy and faced many problems. The early versions of the Phantom Weave didn't always work well, especially in places with a lot of radiation from stars or deep in space. Sometimes the material would break down, and the spacecraft would become visible again. Also, making the Aura Shield work with the spacecraft's existing systems was more complicated than they thought. In the first tests, some of the drones stopped working and were lost in space when their energy fields failed. But the team didn't give up. They carefully looked at what went wrong each time, learned from their mistakes, and used this information to make everything better. Despite many problems, the team kept working hard. They were curious and deeply committed to making things better for people everywhere. They tested and improved their designs again and again, fixing each issue as it came up. Their hard work really paid off during a secret test where a new spaceship stayed hidden from the most powerful spy systems while it moved in tricky ways. This wasn't just a big win for technology, it showed the true grit and perseverance of humans. As news of this success spread among Earth's top leaders, they began to plan a big show of this technology to the most important people out there, the Galactic Council. This breakthrough in making ships invisible was an amazing achievement that came from hard work, smart ideas, and never giving up. It prepared them to show something incredible to the galaxy, something that would change how everyone saw humans forever. As the big day for the Galactic Council meeting drew near, everyone at the Human Space Command was very busy and a bit nervous. Captain Elena Marov, who always stayed calm, was right in the middle of the action, making sure everything was set to go perfectly. In the planning room, you could hear the quiet buzz of computers and the soft sounds of people talking. Elena and her main engineers stood around a 3D image of the Phantom, the spacecraft they were going to show off. To someone who didn't know better, this ship might look simple, but it was actually filled with some of the smartest technology for making it invisible by bending light and radar. Remember, the real trick with the Phantom isn't just about staying hidden, Elena told her team. It's about showing that even though our ship isn't big or strong, it's smart and clever. We need to get this right without any mistakes. Everyone agreed and went over the plan once more. They made sure they knew exactly what to do and when. The pilot practiced flying the ship in patterns around the space station, making it disappear and reappear from different spots. They had done this many times before to make sure they were ready. Choosing the Phantom for the show was no random choice. It was made for stealth missions and had a special coating that messed with tracking signals. In the planning room, Elena's lead engineer, Dr. Singh, showed the new crew members how it worked. You see, the ship's outer layer can change to blend in with space, just like a chameleon blends into its surroundings, Dr. Singh explained, pointing to the screens that showed the ship's surface changing during a test. It's not just hidden, it's almost like it's not there at all. Training the crew involved a lot of practice with simulators and real tests in distant areas where no one could watch. Each person was picked for their skills and courage, trained to fly a ship they couldn't even see once it was in stealth mode. Keep alert and keep it quiet, Elena told her pilot, Lieutenant Hara, during a final practice. Once we go stealth, you have to trust your instruments and what you've learned. News that humans were planning a surprise for the Galactic Council had spread, and the station's hallways were filled with quiet chatter. Alien delegates from the Soltrax Confederacy, who had some of the best tracking tech, laughed off the news. A human ship we can't see. Ridiculous, Ambassador Thrill mocked, his 4 eyes blinking out of sync. Do they think they can shock us with simple tricks? Elena met these doubts directly, always politely but firmly pushing back on the other species' underestimation of her team. These talks often showed that others looked down on humans as new beasts playing with old tech. Despite the friendly smiles and nods from others, Captain Elena Marov became even more determined, every dismissive comment making her more focused on proving her point during the demonstration. She wanted to show the entire galaxy what Earth could really do. As the big day approached, everyone felt the tension. Elena checked every detail, knowing well that this event could lift humanity's status or confirm that others saw them as lesser. The risk was huge, but the chance to change minds was too good to pass up. The team felt nervous yet excited about showing what they could do. The humans arrived at the Galactic Council station and immediately felt out of place. The Council station was grand, with beautiful arches and glowing fields of energy, making the simple human ship look even more basic. The hallways were full of various aliens, from scaly Javian to shape-shifting Nebulin, all looking very different. When Captain Marov and her team got off their ship, the welcome was cold. They faced whispers and laughter instead of the respect usually shown to council members. Her tall delegate, covered in shiny scales, whispered loud enough for Elena to hear, maybe next they'll say they invented space travel. Elena stayed calm, hiding her irritation. She led her team with confidence towards the main room, ready to face whatever came next. Before the meeting, Elena was surrounded by curious but doubtful alien diplomats. One envoy, speaking through a device that translated his words, challenged her. "What wonderful thing has humanity brought us today, Captain Marov?" "Another story of invisible ships?" he asked, clearly amused. "We bring more than stories, Ambassador," Alina responded calmly but confidently. "We bring proof, something you'll have to see to believe. Or actually, not see." The group burst with laughter and disbelief. Another diplomat, a bird-like creature, spoke up. "I admire your confidence," she said sweetly, "but let's see if it really can fool our senses." As the big moment for the demonstration got closer, the tension grew in their preparation room. Alina's team double-checked every part of the Phantom. The room was quiet except for the low noise of their equipment and the nervous chatter. Lieutenant Hara came up to Alina with a worried look. "The tech is set up, Captain, but what about them? It seems like they think we're just here to put on a show." Alina put a comforting hand on his shoulder. "Let them think what they want. We're here to show them what we can do, not just talk about it. We're ready. Just follow the plan." Even though she looked confident, Alina felt the huge task ahead of them. For a moment, she thought about all the hard work they had done, the setbacks, and the wins. This wasn't just about showing off new technology, it was about proving what humans are capable of. When she joined her team again, her look was firm. She knew the Council might end up respecting or even fearing them, depending on how things went today. They had a chance to change how the galaxy saw humanity, not as underdogs, but as equals or even leaders in new technology. The council room was getting full, and the delegates were settling into their seats. Alina nodded to her team. It was time to let their actions speak for themselves and show the galaxy that humans had a lot to offer. The Phantom was ready, and so was she. In the big room of the Galactic Council, there was a buzz of interest and doubt as Captain Alina Marov got ready for the most important show of her career. The room was huge and round, filled with beings from different stars. You could hear alien voices and the quiet hum of machines. Above, a clear dome showed the stars spinning quietly, watching everything. Alina stood in the middle, calm but strong, grabbing everyone's attention. Her ship, the HMS Shadow, looked plain and simple on the big screens, especially compared to the fancy ships from other worlds. The council members watched with doubtful smiles. Starting the first part of the demo, Alina spoke into the microphone, her voice filling the room. At her signal, her team made the ship disappear right from the screens. The whispering stopped. "Suddenly we lost the video feed," said a technician, sounding confused as he tried to fix it. "We can't see the ship at all," another one added, working fast on his controls. The council members sat up, paying close attention now. Alina smiled a little but kept her focus. "Next part," she continued. Moving the ship, no one could see it, but the HMS Shadow was moving quietly around the room, avoiding all the usual security checks. Alina checked her device, all systems were working perfectly. The ship was right above them but still invisible. "Bringing it back," she commanded. Almost at once, the ship appeared again on the screens right above everyone, casting a big shadow. The room filled with gasps and shouts. The HMS Shadow wasn't just hiding, it was proof of what could now be done. It could get past any security without being seen. This was something no one expected from humans, who were often seen as too new and simple in the world of space travel. Councillor FX from the Tronus Confederation stood up, his skin shiny in the light. "How did you do this?" he asked, amazed but also a bit accusing. Alina looked at him calmly. "With hard work and perseverance," she answered. "We found a way to bend light and other energies around our ship, making it invisible." The room erupted into loud talk. Some people wanted to punish Earth, worried about how this tech might be used. Others, more open to new ideas, suggested working together and learning from each other. The discussion showed that everyone now had to take humans seriously. As Alina listened to the heated discussions, her team's hard work over the years felt rewarded. They had not only created amazing new technology but also changed how the galaxy saw Earth. The human group, once overlooked and underestimated, was now a key part of every important discussion in the Council. Alina knew this was just the start. With this demonstration, humanity hadn't just hidden away, they had stepped out more noticeable and important than ever in the galaxy's view. As the human ship appeared again with a quiet flash, the Galactic Council chamber went silent in surprise. Just moments before, the room was full of doubt, now it was filled with shock and whispers of disbelief. One by one, the alien leaders who had looked down on human claims with dismissive smiles now paid close attention, their eyes showing a mix of respect and a little fear. Alina, standing boldly at the front, suddenly became the focus of everyone's attention. A high-ranking Zarian leader who had doubted her before was the first to speak up. "Captain Marov, your demonstration has been very eye-opening," he admitted, his voice filling the room. "We need to talk about how we can use your technology." Other leaders nodded in agreement, and soon several groups were suggesting working together to learn about Earth's new technology. The change was clear. Where Earth was once seen as a minor player, it was now viewed as a holder of one of the galaxy's most advanced technologies. Alina's success had not just shown Earth's value, it had changed its whole role in the Galactic Council. In the days after the demonstration, the way the Galactic Council worked changed a lot. The meetings, once controlled by the most technologically advanced groups, now welcomed Earth to lead important discussions and form big alliances. Alina received many invitations from different space communities, all wanting to work together in ways that had never been possible before. Behind the scenes, meetings were filled with talks about human stealth technology. With activity buzzing around, Alina was at the heart of these discussions, her ideas sought after by the smartest minds in the galaxy. The human group, once pushed to the side, was now key in setting policies and advancing technology across star systems. As the council session ended, Alina went back to her ship, the HMS Invisible, now parked among ships from communities that had once not taken humans seriously. Looking out at the stars from her ship, she took a quiet moment for herself. The stars looked brighter, and the universe seemed less intimidating. With a quiet sigh of happiness, she thought about a future where humans didn't just join in on galaxy matters but led them. No longer seen as less important, humanity was now respected and feared, a major creator of the galaxy's future. This wasn't just a new chapter for her or for human space travel, it was a new era for all humans, filled with endless possibilities.